Hello and welcome to this week's weekly weather roundup with me, Paul Rudd, here in the beautiful Dunworth Park, my favourite park. Now, I have a very special guest that I'm going to introduce you to in just a moment, and he is a local author, Glen Malowney, and he's wrote this fantastic book, Scratch the Surface. But right now, let me introduce you to the weekly weather outlook for Shore Crompton this week. Yes, it is going to be nice, fine, dry, settled conditions throughout the week. Cooler conditions. We're going to have a cool northerly breeze blowing from Monday, and then they will turn light winds during the week. And then, as we head into next weekend, it is going to be unsettled. Much more needed rains for the gardens, because the gardens really need the rain, don't they? And that's your weekly weather outlook for Shore and Crompton. Time now to take a look at your weekly weather watcher, the photos. Thank you very much for sending them in. We've got our first one from Chrissy Jacqueline. You sent us the blooming flowers in Shore because they are absolutely blooming at this time of year. Thank you, Chrissy. And our very own Sarah Ince, you sent us this beautiful sunset. I do love a sunset, you know that. Have a look at this. And as always, if you would like to be a weekly weather watcher with your photos, please send them to me, and you too could be a feature on the weather. So as we look into Monday morning then right now, the sunrise is at 5:15 and the sunset is at 9:24. Starting the day with a cloudy day, but then we will have dry, fine, settled conditions as high pressure is dominating throughout the week through the next couple of days. But as we get into Wednesday, we might have a light shower, but it'll only be a light one. Thursday and Friday are looking okay as well. Nice, fine and dry, settled conditions with the temperatures in the 20 degrees Celsius. So it's not going to be as hot as we have been having it. So you may be a fan of that if you're not a fan of the heat like last week. And as we get into next weekend, much welcomed return of the rain is coming back to Shore and Crompton, but that's not until next weekend. But the gardens will need it, and the grass and everything. It'll make it look fresh, won't it? And here are all your weekly weather temperatures and the details you need to know. Thank you very much. Okay, I have a very special guest on the weekly weather today, and he is a local author from Shore. I'm going to find out a little bit about him and about his brand new book right here, Scratch the Surface. And he's here with me right now to tell all. It's Glen Malowney. Thank you for coming on the weather.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Glen, what inspired you to write the book?
Well, over lockdown, when you can go out for an hour or so at a time, I used to go for walks up in Crompton Moor.
Yeah.
And just for a bit of well-being, peace of mind. And I started having ideas for a story, because it's a bit remote up there.
Yeah.
Having a story, just like a kind of monster on the loose kind of thing, and about a policeman hunting serial killers, all about crime and crime and a bit of a thriller. And so I just having these ideas. Every time I went for a walk, I had a few more ideas. And then I went to work, and I was telling my work colleague, I've got this idea about a policeman hunting a serial killer. And my work colleague said to me, "That all sounds great, Glen, but you'll never write it." And I said to her, "Why not? Why won't I write it?" She said, "You would have written it over lockdown."
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, I'll show you. So I just started jotting down the first page or so, and it snowballed from there.
Now, How long did it take you to write the book?
It took, I would say, about just over a year. I started writing it just over lockdown, and about a year, just to get the main book written.
Yeah.
But then after that, a lot of editing and a lot of changing bits and things like that. The way I write, well, I wrote the first page, but then I thought I really need some advice on how to write and
Yeah.
how, about story structure and things like that. And, they say about peaks and troughs in the
Yeah.
story, how to structure a novel, basically, because I didn't really have that much idea. So I went on YouTube and I was Googling different people's went on YouTube and I was looking for different advice how to write. And I came across Stephen King, his advice.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant. And the bit of advice I took from him was go where the story takes you. He said, don't be writing down loads of notes and things, just write and then go where the story takes you. So that's what I did. I just used to write and I didn't know what was going to happen in the story until I wrote, and then I thought, oh, I'll go here and I have to explain this. So I was writing and I was finding out for the first time by the process of actually typing.
And what you could do.
Yeah, and which way it will go. And so I never write notes. I just write.
Yeah.
And then I alter it as I'm writing it. And that was the way I came up with the story, because a lot of the characters and a lot of the people in the story, I never set out to write. It's just the way I knew that I wanted a reveal to happen in the story for the main character to be in a situation where he's about to be murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to, and that situation, I needed people to hold him hostage. And then I need to give them a background story. Who are these people? Why are they holding him hostage? And then it snowballed from there.
Yeah. Who would you say your biggest inspiration is in the writing world?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, in terms of the actual process of writing, I would say what Stephen King said. How he said, don't be too much planning, because he said if you do all that, you just have a book full of notes and you never actually write it. So what he said then, just do it, basically. I would say in the words that he said, I would say Stephen King, really, not necessarily his books, but just the advice that he gave on YouTube. I would say that's probably the biggest inspiration, I would say.
And what would you want for the future of your books? Where would you like to see your books go to?
Well, there's a lot of action, and it's I think it lends itself to a movie or a series, because there's lots of twists and turns, there's lots of reveals, there's lots of action. So I think a movie or TV series, something like that. That's my ultimate dream. Well, to be fair, my ultimate dream is getting a book made, getting a book published. But I think when the book 2 and 3 are out, that's what I'd like to happen. Let's see it on the big screen.
Any filmmakers out there, get in touch. And now, why is Dunwood Park so special to you?
Well, for the first book, second book, and the third book, I wanted to set each book where I used to go when you could go out during lockdown, when I could go for a walk, places like that. And I used to come to Dunwood Park and walk up on the wooded area. And I used to go to Crompton Moor. And so I wanted to set it in places where I used to walk. So the first part of the book is set on Crompton Moor.
Right.
And the final chapter of the book is set in Dunwood Park, just because I wanted where I used to go for a walk. And I said it in the car park, and even the cafe is mentioned. It's a bit gruesome, but even the cafe is mentioned.
Fantastic.
After an attack. So Dunwood Park is mentioned, Crompton Moor, in book 2, Hollingworth Lake, just down the road in Rochdale.
Thank you so much to Glen for coming on to The Weather.
Thank you for having me.
About your book, Scratch the Surface. Go and have a look, because it's a fantastic read.